Let's talk about Colorado. It really would be extraordinary. We haven't been paying much attention to it, but Colorado, that's a critical swing state. And if they can manage to keep him off the ballot, it would be huge in Colorado, but it would be tried immediately in several other states. And there are efforts already underway in other states to get him off the ballot because the 14th Amendment reads in part, no person shall hold any office, civil or military, under the U.S., who, having previously taken an oath as an officer of the U.S. to support the Constitution, shall have engaged in insurrection or rebellion, or given aid or comfort to the enemies thereof. So if you're not allowed to hold office, civil or military, at the federal level or otherwise, frankly, if you previously took an oath to support the Constitution of the United States, and then you went on to engage in an insurrection or you gave aid to our enemies. This is what they're using to say Donald Trump did that. The insurrection, that's what the left says January 6th was. And they say nothing really needs to be done. It's self-executing. Like that's what the 14th Amendment says. That's what he did. It's done. The Secretary of State of Colorado should remove him if he wins the nomination from all the ballots. She's a Democrat who would love to take his name off the ballots. She's made that clear publicly, but she says, I will wait until the judge tells me what to do. So thumbs up on that, because that's how this should work. And there is a judge trial, a bench trial happening right now in Colorado to figure out whether this can happen. The judge out there is named Judge Sarah B. Wallace, State District Court Judge. She doesn't appear to love Republicans. She donated $100 in 2022 to Act Blue, which is a group that says its goal is to, quote, eliminate Republicans currently in national office from Colorado. So she's not a Trump fan, Mike Davis. She's not a fan. However, let's give her the benefit of the doubt and say she can interpret the law irrespective of her politics. And how do you think this case is likely to come down? It's being tried right now.
Well, I'm out here in Denver watching this trial in the courtroom all week. I'm taking a break now to come talk to you on this show. But I'll tell you, is this Denver District Court Judge Sarah Wallace was just appointed by the. She was named in August of 2022 by the Colorado Democrat governor, and effective January of 2023. And 2 months after she was named. But before she became a judge, she donated to this group called the Colorado Turnout Project. And the Colorado Turnout Project's specific mission is to remove Republicans from office who supported President Trump on January 6th, right? So how the hell can she donate to an anti-Trump January 6th group and then sit on a trial this week preside over a trial that's trying to throw President Trump off the ballot based upon what he did on January 6th. That is an obvious conflict of interest. President Trump's lawyers raised this issue on Monday morning when they found this donation. And she said, don't worry about it. I can be fair, right? Well, guess what? That's not the legal standard. As both you and Dave know, it doesn't matter whether she subjectively thinks that she could be fair when you're dealing with recusal issues. It's whether objectively the public thinks that she can be fair. And I don't think any objective human being would think a judge could be fair on a January 6th trial to throw Trump off the ballot when she donated to a January 6th group to throw Republicans out of office who supported President Trump. So that's a very, that's reversible error right there. I presume that she's going to rule in favor of these Democrats who are trying to throw President Trump off the ballot. This is an election challenge in Colorado, so it's immediately appealable to the Colorado Supreme Court. The Colorado Supreme Court has been stacked with left-wing activists, so I don't think there's any chance that President Trump wins there. All these dirtballs from New York and California have moved into Colorado and destroyed my beloved Colorado so they can smoke weed. And so
Dave, these are your people.
The Supreme Court. That's right. Stay home, people. So now I think the Supreme Court of the United States, which has discretionary review, I think they're going to have to put on their big boy pants and actually take a Trump case with their lifetime tenure and pay protection. I hope they find the courage to do their job here, and they're going to have to fix this because other states are going to use this Colorado precedent. States like Michigan are going to point to Colorado as precedent and try to take Trump off the ballot in other swing states around the country.
I mean, that would be huge. It would be huge for both sides, Dave, if he actually couldn't get on the ballot, if he wins the nomination, but cannot get on the ballot in these critical swing states or some handful of them. That's ball game. It does feel like lawfare. So can you speak to the judge's alleged conflicts of interest here?
Good to be back with you, Megyn, and with my friend Mike. First off, I don't think Colorado is a swing state, just as an initial matter. In fact, I don't see this happening in any true swing states. It's only about 6 swing states, and Colorado's pretty blue. But let's talk about the judge. You know, I understand that it doesn't look good that the judge gave money to Act Blue, which is just like the general clearinghouse for Democratic candidates. I mean, Act Blue is what all of us Democrats would give to. We give to Act Blue. I wouldn't read that much into it. She's trying to destroy the Republican Party, but I admit that it doesn't look good, but neither does the fact that Judge Cannon in the Trump case was appointed by Donald Trump. The standard for accusing a judge is really high. It's a high burden, and she's not going to be recused, and nor should Judge Cannon be recused for the case, even though Donald Trump appointed her to the bench. Or when this eventually gets to the Supreme Court, if Colorado rules if the judge rules to bump him off the ballot, I do think it gets to the U.S. Supreme Court, where there are 3 justices appointed by Donald Trump. And ultimately, they are going to rule, in my view, that you can't use this process to remove a candidate for president off the ballot for a few reasons. Number one, he hasn't been charged with insurrection. Number two, Section 3 of the 14th Amendment is not that clear that it applies to the president. It applies to others, but doesn't say the president. And so I think that this, in the end, will not be the reason why Donald Trump is not in the White House. If he is not returned to the White House, won't be because of this. It'll be because the voters have spoken.
Oh, so he's conceding the argument, Mike. A surprise twist for the audience at home. They agree that Trump should not be bounced off the ballot because of the 14th Amendment thing. Can I ask you about that? Because there has been some legal debate about whether the 14th Amendment applies to somebody. Because, the full textual version, I read a version with my own ellipses just to make it easier for people to follow. The longer version, disqualification from holding office, has other language like no person shall be a senator or representative in Congress. All right, he's not running for that. Or elector of president or vice president. He's not running to be an elector. But then we get to or hold any office, civil or military, under the United States. So why wouldn't that apply to the president? Well, is it not a civil or military office to be the commander-in-chief and president, Dave?
It could, but legal scholars are in dispute over this. It's not, I didn't say it wouldn't necessarily apply. I said it's not clear. And I think that is just another reason why ultimately this United States Supreme Court, 6-3 conservative majority with 3 justices appointed by Donald Trump, they're not going to remove him from the ballot. So I would agree with you guys that this is not going to happen. And as far as whether it should happen, I've never been a big fan of this argument. I think there are a lot of reasons not to put him back in the White House, but I don't think this is the best one.
The brand new Genucel 3 is finally here. It can make your bags and puffiness disappear, along with dark circles, fine lines, crow's feet, and firm up your eye contour area. And for the longevity of your skin, this is the first Genucel to provide instant hydrating minerals, so it feels just like a facial at the spa. The new Genucel 3 is included in the Genucel Fall Classics package at a crazy introductory discount. It includes Genucel jawline treatment for a firmer neck and jawline. You get the classic Genucel XV anti-wrinkle moisturizer and the vitamin C deep firming serum. It's like a free spa treatment every day. If you don't look 10 years younger and get compliments everywhere you go, you get your money back. So go to Genucel.com/MK60 for deep discounts on this amazing fall package, or just call 800-SKIN-211 now. And for results in 12 hours or less, Genucel's immediate effects product is included in this package free. Get ready now for your Thanksgiving get-together. Go to Genucel.com/MK60 now or call 800-SKIN-211, GENUCEL.com/MK60. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.